Hey there folks, and welcome back for another video. I'm your host CDB or Chris, and I hope you're having a wonderful day so far. So today we have sort of a special shave for you this Thursday, and I had my shave all planned out actually, and then Jeremy Tyler, the traveling shaver, told me Melanie from WSP is getting married, I believe this weekend. And so therefore I decided, let's use a WSP soap. Or actually, Jeremy suggested that we use WSP products to sort of honor the lovely Melanie from WSP. So we will oblige. And we were using today the Wet Shaving Products Shaving Cream. This is Barbershop. Fantastic scent. I have used this product before, so I'm not going to show you the ingredients and cost and all that. I love this Barbershop scent. It is terrific. One of the things about myself and WSP, and the reason you don't see them a lot, and the only reason you don't see them a lot, is the only products that they offer in a plastic tub are the creams. The rest of the products are in those little tiny tins, and most of us 6-7 years ago worked so hard to get artisans to put them in tubs that would be more durable and not rust and not get banged up. So I just don't buy WSP soaps in the tins, and I won't. That is just my personal decision. Because they get banged up, they rust, they're just generally a pain. And after a number of them arrived to me dented, I just said I'm done. But that said, WSP makes a really good product, and I love these creams, and so I will buy these creams. So this will be straight razor shave number 21. We're going to be using the Wade & Butcher for gentlemen's use, which dates somewhere between 1440 and 1480. Obviously not the scales. The scales have been redone in abalone type scales. That was a gift from Anthony Esposito, the Stallion. Go check him out. So today we're gonna wish Melanie all the wonderful things that. Why am I slapping water on my face? Old school. We got the Mister here. We got the Glen Helly Mister here. Anyway, I'm gonna wish Melanie a terrific wedding day, and hope that she's very happy on her wedding day and many days thereafter with her spouse. So we wish them all the best. So we're using this WSP Barbershop Cream today, which I happen to like. I have never had a problem with WSP, the actual soap. I've just had a problem with those doggone tins. Just, I don't find them durable enough, and they're just generally a pain, and therefore I don't buy them. And a lot of people say, well, you know, why are you so picky about that? Well, for me, it's important for, you know, my things to, I try to keep them looking decent and nice. And I like when I do a shave of the day or something, or I put a thumbnail on a video, you know, I like to display a nice looking product. And that's just me. I just like to keep my things looking good, and the tins just don't lend itself to that. And I reached out to Melanie not too long ago, maybe a couple months ago, and said, here's why I don't buy them. And she said, basically, you know, as a company, that's just how we do it. And I respect them for sticking to their guns. I won't buy them. You know, I kind of vote with my dollar, but I respect companies that do it their own way. I don't have to like it, you know? And so, still good products at WSP. So, if you haven't checked them out, you know, please do. And we wish Melanie all the best on her really big day, and hope that it is terrific and it's great weather and all that kind of stuff. So, Melanie, good luck to you and your new spouse. I hope you all have a terrific day, and many, you know, we wish you all the best. Okay, so let's see how we do today. I don't really have a lot of material prepared today. I just wanted to have a nice shave today. And that's what we're going to do. Of course, we try, that is our goal every single day, as you know. And boy, I tell you, this weather here, has been the pits. It has rained so much. It's just, I think we're going to need to build an ark if it doesn't stop raining, because it's just raining. And we're going on vacation next week, and I hope it doesn't rain there all week, but that's been my luck so far this year. I mean, I've had a great time doing the videos, but between the COVID and really less than stellar weather, it has not been a great start to 2020 outside of, you know, the videos and the shaving community has been terrific, fantastic. But I must say, this weather we've been getting is just absolute garbage rainy, cold. Last week or the week before, it was like getting down in the freezing temperatures, and we're almost into June. That is just really unusual. And so we have had some nice days, but they're few and far between. All right, let's get going today with our Wade and a Butcher for Gentleman's Use. I believe the stallion told me this is 6/8 and terrific razor. One of the things I'm going to start to do is try to sort of maybe take some longer strokes and see how that works, see if that works better for me. But so far, been pretty comfortable. All right, there we go. If this blade could talk, what a story it would tell. You know, somewhere between 1840 and 1880. Very, very old blade. You don't see many of these. I'm not sure how many of these are actually out there. I've only seen a handful actually. Shaving beautifully so far today. One thing I'll say, the razor always shaves beautifully. I may or may not. But incredible blade. And I have a deep appreciation for old vintage things like this. And honestly, if you ask me, if I would rather have a custom razor or a really nice old Wade and Butcher in pristine condition, me personally, I would probably opt for the vintage razor, just because, especially one like this. I don't know, I just like Wade and Butchers, and so I hope to acquire more. You know, I just love them. I just love the way they look. Shaves well. Very, very nice. It just shaves beautifully, and it just feels good, you know. It's sort of one of those things like the Chief was saying. He says he appreciates, you know, kind of luxury item. For me, this would be a luxury item. Because it's so old, it would be fairly pricey if you were to try to find one. And I've only seen a handful. I know the Stallion has another one, and I believe Eric Latta of Wet Shaving Adventures, I think he has one, if I'm not mistaken. And I have not seen very many out there. If you know anyone else who owns one, you know, please comment below. I haven't seen a ton of these for gentleman's use. There's a lot of Wade and Butchers out there, but for gentleman's use, I haven't seen a ton of them. And so to me, it makes it a very, you know, special razor. Also, it's a gift from the Stallion, and you know, you have to appreciate that somebody would think so much of you that they would send you a razor of this vintage and quality. And so it certainly, down here, by the way, in case that opens up, that is that cut I had from remember the other day when I was using that, what was it? I was using that crazy rubbish brush from Naked Armor, and I got myself with the Dovo there. So if that one appears, we will not count it, because opening, this is just me. My rule is, if you're opening sort of a bump or something that's already been there, that doesn't count. Now, if you create a brand new cut, that does count. So we'll still call it a great shave if we get through the shave with no, you know, new wounds. But, you know, if you kind of scrape an old one, you know, that doesn't really count. Or at least that's the way I look at it. You don't have to view it the same way. There are some people who are really happy with their shaves, even if they cut themselves 6 times, you know, honestly. And that is entirely okay. If that's your standard and you still are very happy with that, that's okay. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. And that's why I say it's your shave, do it your way. Because the only thing that really matters is that you are happy with your shave when it comes down to it. Doesn't matter what anybody says about it or thinks about it. Doesn't matter what anybody says or thinks about your lather, your gear. If you like using a razor that's very inexpensive and it gives you great results, absolutely thumbs up for me. If you like using a very expensive razor that gets you great results, absolutely thumbs up for me. But if you're using gear and you're not getting great results, that's different. But anyway, you can get great shaves with inexpensive gear. There's no question about it. This WSP, by the way, the cream just smells absolutely terrific. I'm drying off my hands here if you're wondering what I'm doing. Just trying to keep things dry. Ooh. I think I got myself right there. Coming in at too sharp an angle. We'll see if that manifests in a cut. Sometimes they don't appear right away, and that's what I call a creeper. So if that starts bleeding later, it's a creeper. So that's one of the things. I'm in that period right now where things are feeling comfortable. So you develop just enough confidence to be dangerous because you're still in that zone where you're still not very good, but you developed a little bit of competency, and so you get careless and cavalier. What I need right now, I can tell you right now, is more moisture in this lather. So let's hit that again. Again, nothing wrong with going back and fixing your lather, nothing wrong with going back to the puck, whatever you need to do. If you encounter something that's less than optimal, change it on the fly. That is okay. Okay, no problem there. So we did get ourselves a little bit right there. That's what I thought. There is your creeper. It doesn't appear immediately, but then it pops up a little bit later. And that is completely on me, just being careless. And, that's going to come with the territory when you're new to straight razors. So one of the things we know we're going to have to do is get some moisture on this side, because we're drying out on the other side, which means almost assuredly we're going to be too dry on this side. So let's go ahead and fix that right away. No fault of the soap. Again, straight razor shave number 21. In the overall scheme of things, I'm still quite unexperienced, or inexperienced, let's say. So keep that in mind when you're watching these videos. I'm learning. And I will say, most of the times when I've cut myself or nicked myself, it is when putting the blade to my face. I generally don't cut it after that, but it is simply coming in most of the time for me at too sharp an angle. And so my advice is go a little bit shallow and then adjust your angle as you go. Come in closer, like so, and then adjust it outward as necessary rather than coming into, because when you press that really sharp blade to you, just even a little bit, it will result in a little nick. All right, my neck is way too slick. Sorry for the focus there, or the silence, I should say, but some focus is required. When you have one of these blades, you have to pay attention. I'm not like the dude of shaving, Gigi 15 that he can just sort of go for it and he doesn't seem to have any issues. But me, I need to pay more attention. Okay. Now let's just lather in, and right here, probably a bad idea right before I go on vacation because of my tendency to come in. What I recommend you do is, for me, again, someone who's very much in the process of learning, is try to think in your head, like say the words in your head of things that you typically do that are problematic. Like right now I'm saying to myself, come in shallow. So I'm gonna lay that razor not quite flat on my face. There we go. So in my head, I was just telling myself, keep it shallow, because that's always my Achilles heel, is bringing this blade to my face at too steep an angle. So over here, I'm gonna come in very shallow and then angling it in. Okay, so not outstanding because we managed to grab ourselves a little there through inattention, but no fault of the razor. So we're going to rinse off. We'll come back and get into the post. Stay tuned. All right, and we are back with our fantastic Lancaster towel. Just wicking away that moisture like nobody's business. We didn't have to use a styptic or anything down there. Just kind of closed up on its own as I was rinsing, so that's good. Just absolute carelessness, so, learn from my mistakes. Okay, we're gonna roll with the Humphreys Witch Hazel here. Again, bald gents, don't forget to hit that dome. And that goes both with the splash, witch hazel, whatever you're using. Take that opportunity to get that good stuff on. And while we let that set for just a second, we'll talk about what we used the fantastic Wade & Butcher for Gentleman's Use razor, which we set aside over there. We used the WSP. This is the Barbershop cream, really good cream. Big thumbs up for me. I love the fact that it's in a plastic tub too. So these creams are definitely thumbs up for me. And Melanie, wishing you all the best. And I hope you'll have a wonderful big day on your marriage, and I hope everything else goes well. Okay, what are we gonna finish off with? Oh, I forgot to mention this. We used the West Coast Shaving, this is called the Honeycomb Synthetic, which was very, very nice. And we shall finish off today with Shannon Soap's Barbershop. One of the things I want to mention about this is this was sent to me by Shannon, because she sent me a new soap scent to try, and she put this along with it. So this was sent to me for free, just in case you want to know. Or just generally, I like to disclose anything that's sent to me. So we're trying out the Barbershop Splash here. Ooh, and that smells very nice. Again, we're gonna hit the dome with it. This one is, I don't think is alcohol based. Let's see. It's got witch hazel, water, sandalwood, hydrosol, fragrance, and glycerin. So no alcohol. Let's go for one more little shot. It smells great, whatever that's worth. I do like me some Shannon's products generally. I have not used a lot of their splashes, so this is a new thing for me. And we'll see what the longevity of this is, throughout the day. I want to wish each of you a fantastic Thursday. If you're watching this the day it airs, I want to wish everybody generally a great time, a great day. Thank you so much for watching. And I want to remind you, it's your shave, do it your way. And God bless each and every one of you.